have an ever-growing to-do list that sometimes stresses you out? If so, I invite you to stay tuned. I have a tip that I'm sharing this week, something that I have found is one of the most powerful and important ways that you can rebalance that kind of stress. My name is Katrina Peeler. I am a wellness coach, a massage therapist, and founder of Living from Center, and this is Wellness Tip Wednesday. So I am actually a big fan of to-do lists because we have a lot going on in our lives. It's great to keep track. All that stuff that we have going on in our lives, that can be very stressful. And here's the thing that I have added in to this idea of having a to-do list. Something that is powerful because the antidote to stress is resilience. Building up your sense of resilience is really important. And the key ingredient to resilience is something that's called self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is that sensation of that you believe in your ability, you believe in your capability to actually accomplish what you set out to accomplish. The belief that you have in some sense of control that you that you do have over what you're trying to complete. So here's the thing. If you are only ever just keeping a to-do list or keeping your focus on all of the things in your life that aren't done yet, that aren't complete, that you still need to do, it means that you're kind of living in this space of not enough, of not there yet. So here's the invitation that I have for you. This tip is to create an additional list to balance that, to complement your to-do list. I call it a done list. And what it is simply get a notebook and at the end of the day, really be intentional about reflecting on the day and actually writing down what you accomplished that day. It may be just some of all the little things that you needed to do, or maybe there's been some things that have felt challenging for you and you are feeling good about how you showed up or the progress that you're making. Make note of that and keep an ongoing record of things that are done. Why? Because when you do that, you're giving yourself that antidote. You're giving yourself an opportunity to build up that sense of resiliency, that sense of self-efficacy that makes you kind of look at it and say, I really am moving along. I am making progress. You're acknowledging your accomplishments. You're giving yourself the sensation, you're letting yourself feel the sensation of completion so that you're not just living in that not done enough state. That's really important. And in fact, here's another thing that I find really powerful is because you're keeping a record, that means that you can look at everything that you've been writing at different points during the year. I love to look at it at the end of the year or at the midpoint in the year. And it's so great because sometimes I reread things that I did weeks ago that I had forgotten that I did. And it gives me this reminder that I really am making progress and that I do feel like I can do this. It kind of gives me hope and momentum and motivation to keep going and address the things that are still on my to-do list. So I invite you to try that. I invite you to see if keeping a to-do list, in addition to keeping a to-do list, keeping a done list to complement it, makes a difference in your stress levels, if it helps you to feel a little bit more resilient. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment below. Feel free to like or subscribe to this channel, to subscribe to these videos if you're interested in these and this kind of tip is inspiring for you. I invite you to share it as well, and I look forward to seeing you on next week's Wellness Tip Wednesday. Stay connected to your center.